SouthPark is absolutely aware of this space. He's sending all his mutas down and just balling up his links here. Might run into the main while he goes in here to the third base. It looks like there will be a big muta engagement. 1-1 finish for SouthPark. Only +1 carapace for Pike. So SouthPark now does have the upgrade advantage, but I don't think he has the muta advantage. Oh man, not at all. Pike with way more mutas here. Suicide attack. However, he does have a lot of links going into the natural. It's going to come down to how much damage he can do with these links, because he just sacked his entire Air Force, basically. Only 3 mutas left and a huge fleet remaining for SouthPark. He's going to have to do massive damage with these things in order to make that worth it. And it looks like he will get the Spire. The +1 attack is not going to finish. It looks like it's immediately cancelled. Of course, if you do not cancel an upgrade, you only get back 75% of the resources. You have to actually cancel it to get a full refund if the building dies. And it looks like he will get a couple of drones as well. But a couple of drones and the Spire, is that actually worth it? I don't know, because Pike has just an overwhelming muta advantage, and his third base has survived here. Looks like a couple of creeps going down, or rather one creep going down. Yeah, I don't think that was a good move at all by SouthPark. If you look at the food counts, 44 against 69, a huge food advantage for Pike. And I think this is probably going to be too much to come back from. Looks like another creep going down, going to make a sunken here to deal with any sneaky Ling attacks. But look at this, still 3 larvae at this third hatchery. SouthPark just hasn't been able to make use of it at all, basically. Unfortunately for him. And Pike is rebuilding a Spire here at the natural. Actually, it looks like he got a second Spore now, getting a sunken as well. So putting it in a nice and protected position. There is the sunken at the third base. Is he making more drones? No, he's just making lings right now. So not really making use of this third hatchery, except for the larva, I suppose. And it looks like both players, once again, just going to mass up a few more mutas. I believe 1-1 should be finished for Pike now. No, it's actually... Oh, never mind. His +1 attack had to get cancelled, so ignore that. One Zergling running around. Looks like all of SouthPark's scouting lings got taken down. I keep mixing up the player names. Let me make sure I actually got these right. I think I mixed up the colors once in the round of 32 last week, so gotta make sure I don't do that again. Anyway, there's the +1 started once again for Pike. And no signs of anything else. I mean, Pike's about to have 3 gas here. He could go for some hive tech. That would be pretty cool. And by pretty cool, I mean that would be very, very cool. And interestingly, the minerals are getting a little bit thin here in the main of SouthPark. If I actually see a mined out base in a ZVZ, my mind will be kind of blown. The mutas are going in for SouthPark. Where's the Air Force of Pike? Is that his natural? Oh no, he's moving down to the south. Oh no, he saw these lings with that patrolling Scourge, so he moved his mutas out of position, and now the mutas of SouthPark going into the main. An interesting turn of events here. How many drones can he kill? He's going after the lair with some of his mutas. Looks like his mutas were kind of confused there. Half of them attacking the lair, the other half going after the drones. And this could be the final engagement right here. SouthPark still with the upgrade advantage, but Pike with the overwhelming numbers advantage means it's going to make almost no difference. Coming in with some Scourge, I think that's going to be it here. SouthPark did kill a lot of drones, but now Pike can just go on the counterattack, and I don't think SouthPark can defend anymore. He's got Spore colonies of his own now, but that is just way too many muta. That's about 2 control groups of muta coming in here against 4 mutalisks and a Spore colony. Is not going to take down 20-something mutalisks. Look at that, 76 now supply against 34. This should be it. As soon as Pike decides to commit to this. And it looks like he will not yet. Okay, it looks like he's just regrouping, waiting for a couple more mutas, restacking the mutas to prevent any nice Scourge cloning by SouthPark. And it looks like actually he's ignoring a natural, going straight for the main here. SouthPark's mutas are out of position. Now they're coming back. SouthPark just assumed he was going for the natural. The Spore colony goes down immediately. And now the muta's coming in, but it's not nearly enough here, and they no longer have the Spore colony support. So that should be that. Yep, all the mutas will go down. I mean, there's a shorter reinforcement route, but it doesn't matter. GG! Pike taking the first game here. And going up 1-0 in the series. This is a best of 5. So, you know, SouthPark still definitely in it. But a very nice game from Pike. My overlay is a little bit weird. Let me quickly do a bit of adjusting. Alright. Excellent. So, let us go into game 2. Do note that these replays are handily anti-spoilered by game. So just because you see 5 replays doesn't mean there's actually going to be 5 games.